It is time to finish up the regular season for your New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Gangrene is 11-5 and locked into the top wildcard spot in the AFC, so this game doesn't matter for the Jets, but it does for the Bills. Buffalo, 13-3, AFC East champs for the 6th straight year, need a win to clinch the number 1 seed in the AFC. This will also be the Bills' final regular season game at this version of Highmark Stadium. They're home since 1973, so you know they want to win it. Josh Allen, last year's MVP, and likely this year's MVP, he has put up 4,421 total yards, 46 total touchdowns, with a 75% completion percentage and only 4 turnovers. They'll go underneath the Keon Coleman, the second-year wide receiver out of FSU, down where the gain is 7. Net Duke on second down. Allen dancing. And now looking to run. He'll get a first down and fumble the ball. Oh, but he gets back on top of it. Quincy Williams did a great job of getting that ball out. Marshawn Ewan whiffed on the pickup, though. Could have been a scoop and score, and the Bills don't give you many chances. Just 6 turnovers this year. Khalil Shakir shaking off Caleb Farley, and it's going to be a 36-yard touchdown. Khalil Shakir's 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bills have the lead. Justin Fields and the Jets offense getting take the field now. They are not expected to play very much of this one. A lot of the starters are likely going to come out as soon as we get to the second half. Mason Taylor down a yard short of a first down. It's 4th and 1. The Jets have nothing to lose, so they're going to leave the offense out there and go for it. And they get it. Braylon Allen nearly breaking that one off for a long touchdown run. The Jets come into this one having played 12 of their 16 games against teams that are 500 or below this season. It's a good test here, taking on the Buffalo Bills on the road when they have something to play for, even if you're not going to play your starters the entire time. A sack for Dwayne Carter, the defensive tackle out of Duke, making it 3rd and 17. The 4-man rush. Fields to his right is intercepted. Matt Milano getting the INT. Fields just rushed the pass. Was running out of time a little bit. That is his 11th pick thrown this season. And the Bills have a chance to make it a 2-score lead in the early going. Allen under quick pressure, and he's going to be sacked. That is Tyler Barron, the rookie edge rusher out of Miami, with his 2nd sack of the season. 3rd down. Allen to his right to Joshua Palmer, and he's going to break a couple of tackles, getting the first down. Joshua Palmer actually has the most receptions on the team with 68 of them, or now 69, 70. I think he actually has 2 in this one already. There is a first down by James Cook on his screen. At the 7 on second down. Allen to his left to Khalil Shakir, who cooks Caleb Farley off the line. And it's another touchdown for Shakir, his 10th of the season and 2nd of the day. Sean McDermott currently sitting on 99 career victories, opening his 100th in the final game here at this version of Highmark Stadium. Breece Hall, a tough man to break down. Out of bounds up at the 39-yard line. 2nd and short at midfield. Allen, left side, getting a block from Garrett Wilson, and Allen will stiff arm a defender. Down at the 29 of Buffalo. We only need to find a nickname for Braylon Allen and Breece Hall. These two have been a dynamite duo this season. Fields rolling and running, nobody open. He could always do this. Sliding down at the 6. Great run by Justin Fields, 23 yards to make it goal to go. Got a shotgun on second down. Breece Hall running into his own lineman. 12 yards on 5 runs. The Bills are doing whatever they can to slow him down. One of the better running backs in the NFL this season. Fields looking to leave the pocket with nobody open, and he'll get to the edge and score. His 30th touchdown of the season. Joey Bosa losing contain on that one, and Fields took advantage of that. Buffalo beginning this drive at their own 35. It's a quick pass to Joshua Palmer, and there's his 2nd catch of the game. I was wrong earlier. So now he's at 70 receptions on the season. Josh Allen keeping it and carrying the ball like a loaf of bread. They'll slide on down to the New York 42. The Bills have still not had to punt the ball this year when facing the Jets. They've just been unstoppable. Speaking of unstoppable, James Cook fighting his way to the 34. Jamal Adams hurt his left hand on the play. He'll be used sparingly the rest of the way in this one, if at all. Back to James Cook on the ground, and if he's running like this, good luck stopping the Bills' offense, because you also got to worry about Josh Allen running. You got to worry about him throwing missiles and lasers all over the field, as he does here to Joshua Palmer, making it goal to go for Buffalo. At the 7 on 3rd down, Allen has a lot of time back there. He's going to take off towards the end zone and run it in. His 49th touchdown of the season. There were some people last year that thought Josh Allen shouldn't have won the MVP. Well, this year there is no debate. Josh Allen is your MVP easily. Getting late in the half, a 2-score deficit for the Jets. Aaron Smith fighting hard, showing why he's, deserving maybe some more playing time, even though he did make a mistake earlier this season in that game against the Patriots where he botched the onside kick. And that is a guy I would keep my eyes on in the second half, is Aaron Smith. He'll get a lot of playing time. The Bills are playing prevent defense with 2 minutes to go in the half. The Jets are just going to hammer him on the ground. Don't know what they're thinking. Playing prevent defense, they're doing it again. Too early to do that. The Jets are just going to hammer him again on the ground. You're not preventing big plays, and now the Jets have it at the 11-yard line with plenty of time and all their timeouts. A quick screen to Mason Taylor, the rookie tight end, down at the 7 for the gain of 4. 15 seconds to go in the half. Blitz on the way. It's picked up well. Fields to the end zone. It's a touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his 7th touchdown of the year, tying a career high that he set last year and making this a one-score game. New York on offense to begin the second half, and they do have a lot of backups and third-stringers out there, including Braylon Allen, who's going to break off a long run all the way to the Buffalo 35. Brady Cook, the undrafted rookie quarterback out of Mizzou, going over the middle to Laviska Shenault Jr., a guy the Jets signed midway through the season. He's been used a lot on special teams this year, hasn't gotten much action on offense, and till today, he'll get a lot of playing time in the second half. Jets are up to the 10 now as Chukwuma Okorafor is shaken up. It's his right shoulder. He will not return to this one, meaning we have to bring back in his starting offensive lineman. Armand Membu is back in the game at right tackle. Throw to the end zone is brought in by Mason Taylor, but he's ruled out of bounds. A great catch. He just couldn't get 2 feet down in time. Cook to Shenault, and it's another New York touchdown. The Jets may have backups and third stringers in the game, but they are playing hard out there, tying this game up. That was Laviska Shenault's 9th total touchdown of his career. Allen on a line to Joshua Palmer, burning Michael Carter II. I should mention that we do have a couple of starters still in the game. Lewis Seen and Azareye'h Thomas on defense. Nice play by Leonard Taylor III. On offense, we have Mason Taylor, Elijah Vera Tucker, and Armand Membu, who had to re-enter the game at right tackle. I wanted to pull him, but he got forced back into action. Allen stiff-arming Leonard Taylor III, checking it down to James Cook. Zaire Barnes cleaning the play up. It'll be 4th down. Not counting kneel-down drives, the Bills have scored a touchdown on every drive against the Jets this season, 8 of them until now. Tyler Bass is going to drill the 51-yard field goal, but you got to feel a little better if you're the Jets. You finally didn't give up a touchdown to this Bills offense. Still got points. Brady Cook diving ahead to the 39 for a first down. A man in motion, that is Mason Taylor. Cook off the fake, drifting, lobbing on the move, and he puts it over the head of Aaron Smith. He was all alone, I guess. Those two don't get much practice time together, so they just weren't on the same page. Cook retreating instead of stepping up, and he's going to throw this one into the ground, incomplete. And the Jets will have to boot the ball away on 4th down. Allen and the Bills back on offense. It's a pass over the middle that should have been picked off by Azareye'h Thomas. It went through the FSU cornerback's hands and into the hands of the FSU wide receiver, Keon Coleman. Allen off the fake, deep over the middle, Isaiah Likely with a big gain. He killed us in the first meeting, hasn't done as much in this one. Allen behind his intended target, and he's picked off. Lewis Seen with his 2nd pick of the year. That is Josh Allen's just 5th turnover of the season. He doesn't turn the ball over much anymore like he did earlier in his career. He used to turn over a lot. Gotta take advantage of this. Cook on the keeper, getting a couple of blocks, and he's into the open field. Brady Cook inside the 15 and out of bounds at the 13. A 57-yard run by the undrafted quarterback who has 85 speed. Isaiah Davis, meet Dwayne Carter. He gets dropped in the backfield. Loss of 3. A third down. Cook looking out of time, and he's going to be sacked. It is Greg Russo dropping him back at the 25. So here comes Harrison Mevis trying to tie this game up. A 42-yard attempt, and he's going to miss it. And the Jets can't take advantage of the takeaway or the long run by Brady Cook. So Buffalo still with a lead as we're now in the fourth quarter. A screen to James Cook. And Cook is met at the marker by Azareye'h Thomas. They'll roll him down a yard short. The Bills are going to put everybody up on the line. It's a quarterback sneak. Tough to stop Josh Allen. He's 6'5", 237. We bring him down easily. Allen under some pressure and sacked off the blind side. It is Marshawn Nealand with his second sack of the season. So the Bills facing third and long. Allen to his right. Isaiah Likely makes the catch, bounces off of Malachi Moore, and is out of bounds, short of a first. And finally, the Jets have forced a punt. The Bills had to punt the ball against us. It's about time. Arian Smith underneath is spun out of bounds at the marker, and he's going to be given a fresh set of downs. Out of the I formation. Cooked off play action. Standing his own 20, is going to lob it up into single coverage for Arian Smith, and he brings it in. Arian Smith down at the Buffalo 20. A 50-yard gain, and it'll be PI on the Bills. That ball was in the air about 60 yards. Brady Cook unleashing his cannon. Pump faking on third down. He's going to lob over the middle, over the head of Josh Reynolds. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down, and the Jets are bringing on Harrison Mevis again. Can he redeem himself? His kick is up, and this time it is good, and the Jets have tied us up late. The Bills are playing for the number 1 seed in the AFC. If they beat the Jets in this game, they would clinch it. If they lose, they would also need losses by the Ravens and Colts. Nice run by James Cook has Buffalo in New York territory. And now a big play through the air. We'll have Buffalo in the red zone. A Bucco 7-on-7 catches for the fifth-year man out of Tennessee, Joshua Palmer. James Cook tries to bounce this run outside, and that was a mistake. A loss of 3 forced by Zaire Barnes, who gets the TFL. Allen have an empty look on second down. Hits Isaiah Likely. It's a touchdown for Buffalo. Josh Allen's 50th touchdown of the season, and the Bills have taken the lead late in the fourth quarter. A golden opportunity for Brady Cook. The undrafted rookie quarterback out of Missouri has a chance to win a game-tying or even game-winning drive late in the fourth quarter. The Jets could always decide to go for 2 if they score a touchdown here. Braylon Allen helping New York get off to a good start on the drive. They'll be forced out of bounds at the 44 of Buffalo. Now the Jets will go play action. Cook panicking a bit. He's going to make a leaping throw to Xavier Gibson. Didn't have to do all that, but he at least got the completion. And the Jets get the snap off in time they can out of the 2-minute warning, and first down is picked up by Braylon Allen. So New York has 2 minutes to get this ball into the end zone. Braylon Allen left side, met in the backfield, and he can't break away from Joey Bosa. A loss of 4 on the ground, and they waste about 20 seconds on that play. Cook, plenty of time, hits Laviska Shenault, who's got a head of steam and room to run. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 14 with 1:33 to go in the fourth quarter. So New York in the red zone. A blitz on the way. Cook hit as he let it go. The pass is incomplete. Better than taking a sack, I guess. On second down, only a 4-man rush. It's a screen. Braylon Allen met right away, and he can't get away from Benford, who got called for PI earlier. Making up for it there. Earn long. Cook looking, running out of time, and he's going to be hit again as he let it go. And it's fourth down. Ball game on the line here. Can Brady Cook deliver in the clutch on 4th and long? Needing a touchdown. It's a pass left side for Mason Taylor, broken up by Shaq Thompson, and that's the game. The Bills will get the win, their 14th of the season. They go 14-3 and will be the number 1 seed in the AFC. The Jets will end the regular season at 11-6. On non-kneel down drives against our defense this year, 11 of them, the Bills scored 9 times, 8 touchdowns, and 1 field goal. There is a reason the Bills have won 6 straight AFC East division titles. There is a reason that we are still chasing them. They are just a better team at the moment than we are. If we were to play them in the postseason, what would it take for us to beat them? Well, we know our offense would have to play nearly perfect. Couldn't turn the ball over at all, and we would maybe only be able to punt the ball like 1 time. Defensively, we would need them to buy us at least 1 takeaway and 1 stop via punt. Otherwise, I don't think we would stand much of a chance in a playoff game against the Buffalo Bills as we are currently constructed, and as they are currently constructed. The regular season, it's in the books. We went 11-6, 4-4 against teams with a winning record, and 7-2 against teams with a losing record. We beat the teams you're supposed to beat and played 500 ball against the good teams. Same sort of story when it comes to home and road splits, 7-2 at home, 4-4 on the road. We went 2-4 in division, not good enough there. Got to improve that next season. Thought we took advantage of an easier schedule this year, and that is something we will not be able to count on in future seasons. So it is going to be more difficult in the future, in my opinion, to make the postseason, but that is why we got to improve this roster. Offensively this year, 27.6 points per game, technically number 1 in the NFL, 184 rush yards per game, best in the NFL, 184.5 passing yards per game, 26th in the league. We had 21 giveaways, the second most in the NFL. Justin Fields, responsible for 18 of the 21 turnovers, 11 interceptions, 9 fumbles, losing 7 of them. Still had his best season, and we need to see what happens in the postseason before we make a decision on what we want to do at quarterback moving forward. The offensive line stayed healthy and played great all year. Both of our starting guards are set to be free agents after this season. Garrett Wilson makes it 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons to begin his career. Mason Taylor had a good rookie year. We really do need to find another great pass catcher because right now it's Garrett Wilson, Mason Taylor as a young tight end, and then a whole bunch of role players. On the ground, we have a 3-headed monster with Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, and Justin Fields all having big years. Career years for Braylon Allen and Breece Hall all around. Can they carry us in the postseason? If not, then we may have to make some adjustments to our style of play on offense. Defensively this season, we allowed 25.4 points per game, 30th in the NFL, 244 passing yards per game, 32nd or worst in the NFL. We only gave up 93 rushing yards per game. That was the 5th best rush defense in the league. And we had 19 takeaways, tied for the 3rd most. Off the edge, Will McDonald IV took another step forward, but Jermaine Johnson II was a massive disappointment, in my opinion. On the interior, we found our groove late once we actually got the rotation in a good spot. Our linebackers were good against the run, but not very good in coverage. And at cornerback, we were not good all year long, except for one stretch when Azareye'h Thomas decided to pick off a couple of passes. Safety was arguably the worst, though. I think this is where our defense is going to need some major changes next season. And in general, I think our defense is just going to see some changes. Now, how many changes? That is to be seen. We'll have to wait until we get to the offseason to figure that out. Let's talk some special teams. Both our kicker, Harrison Mevis, and our punter, Austin McNamara, are set to be free agents. I think they both had great years. Mevis made 94% of all his kicks, and McNamara had 50% of his punts down inside the 20. Kick and punt returning was not a strength of ours by any means, and that is something we will look at upgrading this offseason. We'll try to find a better return man. We did block 4 kicks this year, 2 extra points by Carter II, Nealon a field goal, and Jamal Adams blocked a punt. Ben Portis, he finishes as the Coach of the Year runner-up behind Shane Steichen. Ben Portis was the only first-year head coach of this class to get double-digit wins, and one of 2 to get his team into the postseason, the other being Kellen Moore, who led the Saints to the playoffs. Breece Hall has been named the best running back in the AFC, 5th most rushing yards in the NFL, the most receiving yards of any running back this season, 1,835 total yards, 17 total touchdowns, 6.4 yards per touch. An all-around amazing year out of Breece Hall, who I'm glad we have already extended. That's right, we signed him to a 3-year, $24 million extension earlier this season before he had his big breakout run and ended up being named the best running back in the AFC. We did have another award winner in Quincy Williams, who has been named the best linebacker in the AFC. He led everybody in the NFL in tackles, 150 of them. That is 8.8 per game. A career high in tackles. He also had a career high in TFLs and sacks, but he's more than that. He forces fumbles, forces safety, just an all-around dog out there who I'm glad we have also already extended. We signed him to a 3-year, $21.6 million extension. Now he is 29, so he might be declining on this contract, but if he keeps on making play after play out there and winning awards, maybe he won't decline as much. Other notable reward results for your Jets, these are all in the AFC, of course. Will McDonald IV in 10th for the Defensive Player of the Year. Jamie Sherwood, the 10th best linebacker, despite having the 6th most tackles in all of the NFL. Azareye'h Thomas made a late push, but not good enough to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Breece had a great season, not good enough to be the Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Justin Fields getting some pity voting, I see, is in 9th for the best quarterback in the AFC, so it doesn't really mean much. Offensive Rookie of the Year does not go to Mason Taylor. He's in 5th place to end that voting. And Harrison Mevis, the 7th best kicker in the AFC. It is always mock draft season. Mock draft 3 is out, so let's talk about my takeaways from it. JT Beckham, the cornerback we have looked into before, he is projected to go before we are projected to pick. Now, yeah, our pick is not set in stone at pick 27. We could pick earlier than that, or we could pick later than that. So JT Beckham, they have him going around pick 22. And the other takeaway I have is that the 2 quarterbacks we checked out last time, and Dylan Sheets and Jonathan Nails, are not in this mock draft, which means they would be available when we come up to pick in the first round if we want to take a shot at one of those 2 quarterbacks. Who has made the postseason? In the AFC, the Bills, Ravens, Colts, and Chargers are your division winners. Jets, Texans, and Titans are the wildcard teams. No Bengals, no Chiefs. In the NFC, the Vikings, Buccaneers, Rams, and sub-500 Giants, classic NFC East, are your division winners. The Packers, Panthers, and Saints are your NFC wildcard teams. No Eagles, and no Lions. So yeah, we will be taking on the Los Angeles Chargers in the wildcard round. There could not be a bigger difference between 2 coaches in terms of where they are at in their careers. Jim Harbaugh has done it all except win a Super Bowl. He's won everywhere he's been. And then you got Ben Portis, who is only in his first year as a head coach. The Chargers have a solid offense, putting up 22.4 points per game, 14th best in the NFL. A pair of running backs that have both double-digit rushing touchdowns. Justin Herbert, a big athletic freak of a quarterback. Playmakers around him at receiver. Their defense is 6th best in the NFL in limiting points, giving up 19.2 points per game. They got great players like Derwin James, Khalil Mack, who has turned back the clock and had a great year. And it's going to be a tough game on the road against the Los Angeles Chargers for the Jets' first playoff game since 2010. Jason Taylor was on the Jets the last time the Jets made the playoffs. We got his kid Mason Taylor. We'll see if he can win a playoff game now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.